Cool. What's happening? Cool. What's happening? Everyone good, yeah?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Good.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
ready
Yeah.
to get cracking.
All good. I don't know. Am I?
Fought a stupid for a wise man. For know it all like yourself. You should have known better. Should have covered our tracks. Hey man, you fought a stupid for a wise man. Go ahead and try me. Go ahead and try me. Go ahead and try me. Go ahead and try me.
Good boy, double bass, Nika.
Blessings, and everyone. Big up. Welcome to Don't Trip. Hope everyone's good. We have a couple of gents that are not with us today, so shouts out to Renz and shout outs to Tiny. Hope they're all good. Today we have Cairo in the building. What are you saying, brother? You alright, Kai?
Yeah, all good. Don't trip. We're back for another one. Looking.
Yeah. We've got our host JR. What are you telling me, my brother?
Yeah, I'm blessed. Can everyone hear me all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Loud and clear, brother. You. And then we've got the one like boop, boop, boop. What's good, bro?
Yes, bro. All good, man.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna hand over to man like JR. Right.
Yes. Blessings to everyone locked in. Just as a reminder, we are grown people that have grown opinions and sometimes sound like we're arguing, but we're just talking loudly, especially Baxter, who talks like he's got a mic.
Shots fired early.
Like, why does it so loud? Like, it should be one of them mic man in the boxing things. I'm next in the blue corner. That is awesome. But anyway, thank you very much for being locked in. All right, we'll start off with the weekly roundup, which we normally do. And it will just be an overview of the matches that were played in the week before. We all know that there's Champions League this week, but we'll focus on what happened before. So we look at some interesting results. Crystal Palace getting slapped by City. Chelsea, another exciting game against a team that they can't seem to beat. Aston Villa doing that everyone has done, and that's beat Southampton. Tottenham doing a Tottenham and losing to Wolves. Everton beating Nottingham Forest, which is a bit surprising because they beat them at home. Liverpool getting that win, taking them one step closer to winning the Prem. Brighton against Leicester, surprising 2-2, which is giving them a bit of hope. I don't know if they might not waste their time. Newcastle, Man United putting a great showing, scoring 1, and then another draw, and then Bournemouth versus Fulham 1-0. So cool, that's just a round up there. So we'll move on swiftly to the next topic, which is what makes a club top 6. Now, like, I think this topic is a bit, it's an interesting topic. The purpose of this topic is it came up during the discussion, and it became a suggestion for a topic because who equates to a big 6? Being an Arsenal fan, I know there was a time where people were suggesting that Arsenal should be Big Six because Tottenham were finishing ahead of us for about 6 years, and I was like, but they finish ahead of us, but we're better than them essentially in all other aspects. But then that's where the question came up: what makes a club a Big Six? And it'd be interesting to hear what your thoughts are, and if anyone's locked in, please drop in the comments what makes a club a Big Six, because we can think about it as historically, or there might be a new way of looking at what makes a big club a Big Six. Do you think?
Well, you got the history of the club. I think it takes a long time. The consistency is important because, like you said, there was a point in time where Tottenham was more of a Big Six contender than Arsenal. There was a time when Leicester won the league and everyone was like, oh, maybe they deserve to be in there because they won the league. But for me personally, I think it's the top six in England that have always kind of been there or thereabouts for the last 20-ish years, which is City now have come into that because they wouldn't have always been there. United, City, Liverpool, and Tottenham, in my opinion.
Sorry, say that again. Say that again.
I don't agree with that.
What?
Not Tottenham.
No,
Not
why?
Tottenham.
Yeah,
Not Tottenham. Sorry. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
All right. If you take look at it, look at the Big Six. Okay. Chelsea have got a big international fan base. So do Arsenal. So do United. So do Liverpool. So do City. Tottenham. You're not going to travel many places and find a lot of Tottenham fans. You're just not. Let's be honest.
I find
so that's one criteria. That's one criteria. Let me land. That's one criteria. And then the consistency of winning things throughout your history, and they don't have that either. They have an expensive and nice stadium. That's it. They are not a Big Six. There is no Big Six. There's a Big Five. And I'm leaving that there, simply.
Okay.
Kendrick.
Do you feel that way because you're an Arsenal supporter? Because obviously there's that rivalry. You guys are quite close in stature and stuff like that. So is that because of that in that sense?
No, that just makes it more funny. That just makes it more funny. Like it's it's not the reason for it. The reasons for it I've given. But it just makes it a little bit more funny for me personally, yeah. Sorry, Tottenham fans, but I'm actually not sorry.
I don't know. It's a fair point with the international stuff. A big international fan base. I don't think it's just something that you can play off of. Out of the rest of the out of the rest of the teams in the Prem, who has a bigger fan base than Tottenham to make that?
Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of examples of clubs that I think are bigger than Tottenham.
Okay.
Villa are bigger than Tottenham. Villa are bigger than Tottenham. The fan base might be a similar size, but Villa have won a lot more. They've won more league titles. They've won more in Europe. Everton have won a lot more league titles than Tottenham. It's a fact, mate. You know what I mean? That
them man nearly get relegated like every season, bro.
Forest as well. They've won things, bro. They've won more leagues than Tottenham. They've won stuff in Europe as well. What is it that Tottenham have done other than finish in the top 4 for 6 years? Are people forgetting about the 20-something years before that? The stadium is kind of adding a smokescreen to it.
If they're so small and they have such a small following, why do they have this big ass stadium? How did they manage to fund it?
Because they're trying to compete. They're trying to compete. They're trying to get there.
I don't think. Yeah, but how do you? Some teams can't compete. Can Brighton compete?
Could be an option for him there.
Can Brighton compete?
No. Brighton can't compete. But in the last 20 years, how much more have Tottenham done than Brighton? I'll ask you that. How much more have Tottenham done than Brighton in the last 20 years?
So you're flipping my question. and I think, and then all right. So you said that they can't compete, but obviously they got the Amex Stadium. But now, when you look at the stadium that Tottenham have got, how did they manage to get that? If they're not in the Big Six, because I feel like if you're part of the Big Six, that means you've got the potential to have a stadium.
Yeah, but okay. Tottenham got a. Cairo, I'm going to put this to you. Just because Tottenham have a better stadium, and a bigger stadium than Chelsea, does that dent the fact that they're not as big as Chelsea? Does that have any? Does that weigh anything?
We know that though. The problem, we know that Chelsea are a bigger club than Spurs.
Stadium don't make you a big club. Sorry.
Okay, do you know who has a bigger stadium? Do you know who has a bigger stadium? Do you know who has a bigger stadium than Tottenham? Who might, because you talk about history, is West Ham.
West Ham.
London Stadium has 60.
West Ham, yeah.
62,000. So me personally, when I think about Big Six, I think it's easier to group Tottenham as a Big Six club, partly because they're a club that is always, other than this season, always around the top six. They're in and out the top six, but they're always around there. I think the question is just being historically a team that has always been in the top six, does that make you a top six? Or do you need to have like stuff outside? Because West Ham, example, they've got a bigger stadium, they've won a European Cup recently, like they've got like history around, you know, some of their players who won the World Cup, some of the West Ham players, etc., etc. Like, are they bigger than Tottenham? I don't think they're bigger than Tottenham as a whole.
They're not.
Can I throw something in there? Can I throw just one thing in there? Just one thing. Let me throw one thing in there, because obviously Chelsea at one point were kind of building. You know, when I was saying the early 2000s is when they started to really start building. So when you're looking at the Premier League era, I'd almost argue Newcastle and Aston Villa have been in and around the top four more than Tottenham. Tottenham is only what we can't have is recency bias. Recency bias is what I'm hearing.
The other thing, though, if we use veteran and again, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I'm not sticking up for Tottenham because I love Tottenham. Like,
it's mad, you know. You're trying to make your point, and you're like, yeah.
If we use that same logic, right? Newcastle and Aston Villa have been relegated, right, in the Premier League history. So that means that actually, you know what? Like, are you too big to get relegated? Nah, you're not. You're not.
No. That doesn't mean it. It just means they're not a Big Six.
All right, but let's figure out Arsenal because they've never been relegated. But apart from everybody else, so
yeah, but we're talking Premier League era, literally, like in our lives.
Everton as well, by the way. I don't think have been relegated, have they?
They have been relegated.
Everton haven't as well, but they've come very.
But they've been close. They've been close on multiple occasions to get relegated.
And most of the time, they're not in the for the past whatever. They're always mid-table. Can we say? All right, let's do it this way then. Can we say that Tottenham? Can we say that Tottenham is has been a mid-table team for the past 10 years?
If you're going by Premier, why are we doing last 10 years? Why are we not doing Premier League era? Because if you go by Premier League era, they were finishing mid-table, bottom half for majority of the Premier League era. It's not like I said, we can't have recency bias because they finished high in the last 7 years.
If you got the receipts, then I'm cool with it. I'll hold my hands up. But when I think about, I don't think of Spurs. I don't think of Spurs as a when you don't like you think of a team. You don't think to yourself, oh, well, yeah, mid-table team. I've never felt that way about Spurs. Personally.
If Spurs were meant to be a mid-table team, no one would care that they're where they are right now. Everyone, the same thing gets said all the time.
It's recency bias, mate.
And this and that.
What is
it's
that?
recency bias. Because I'll tell you why. Hold on, you asked the question, why is it recency bias? You're going by the last 7 years. The Premier League's been going for how long? If you average it
10,
out,
but
they're a mid-table team. Believe me, they're a mid-table team if you average it out.
Because I don't feel I respect your opinion, but I don't agree with it. I just don't feel like that's the case.
No, you don't have to agree, but it's the facts, though.
So yeah, I mean, it is like they did struggle to get into Europe. I would say in the last 15 years, that is when they were competing. They were getting into Europe. They took a while to get into the Champions League. Remember, like they were in Europa League for a long time. So they weren't they were there, but they weren't quite there. They weren't even challenging for the top 4. They weren't that type of team. What I would say though is, again, I think the point is do we need to rethink the Big Six? Like, because what makes it a Big Six? Because right now it looks like going forward, a Newcastle and Aston Villa are going to be the new Big Six. Like they're going to be part of that. But
why does it have to be 6? Does that need to be rethought? Well, because I'm looking at it, and I think it's only this.
That's the question.
It's only this season that 5 teams are going in the Champions League. Before that, you got the top 4 and the Europa League spot. Anyone else that gets in, it's because either they win a cup or one of the league winners wins a cup. So why is it the Big Six? It used to be the Big 4.
Well, it used to be the Big Six because of Europe, and because the rotation between who won or who finished in that position was always the same 6 clubs. Or 5, you know, and then
So can I ask, who would be it? Because obviously you feel so strongly about it, Buckstar. Who is your Big Six? Who is your Big Six?
I don't believe there's a Big Six. I believe there's a Big 5, not a Big 6.
All right. Well, okay. It says Big 6. So who would be in your 6? If it was 6?
If I had to choose, and I had to choose a Big 6 right now I'm putting. Well, wait. Let me think who I put in there. So you got your obvious. So you got Arsenal, United, Chelsea, Liverpool, City. Who would I put in? Right now, if I had to, right now it wouldn't be Tottenham. I'll tell you now. They're facing finishing 17th for this season, mate.
Because
I'll probably go for Villa. I'll probably go for Villa.
Okay. Cairo, you said yours, right?
Yeah. Well, the traditional Big 6. That's what they call it, isn't it? I don't know. You don't agree.
Yeah. But it was again, like I do understand where Buckstar's coming from, and before it was top 4. JR, who would be yours, brother? Off the bat,
I think it'll be everyone. I'd include Tottenham, and the reason I'd include them is because I'm looking at if I'm talking about the last 10, 15 years, and I'd have to include Tottenham. But the problem is that I don't like, if I look at how much money they're investing, if I think about how attractive it is to potentially play for Tottenham, not because they're going to win stuff, because they're generally partners, but they're a team that have had some chances. They've been in and around finals. They do have a team that plays in London. They do have a team that has a large and brand new stadium. I think that historically, I would suggest that is
stadium more important than fan base?
Well, I mean, even now, if we look at their fan base, they're looking at their fan base, and we look at where they do their tours, and you know, because remember the Audi Cup, the cup that they have won, is in Asia, and they have fans. And I think what happened as well is players that they sold to the likes of Real Madrid and stuff like that did amplify the reach of Tottenham. You know, there's Modric, Gareth Bale, etc., etc.
But they all left to win something.
Of course, but Arsenal was still a big club, even though people left to win us. Win.
There's something like. I've said. I had a conversation with because I've got in one of the group chats. I'm in, one of my good friends is a Tottenham fan, and I was bantering with him because it's something like 63 players have left Tottenham since they last won a trophy and have gone on to win a trophy somewhere else. 63, and that's not even including managers. That's crazy. That's not a big club. Sorry. Sorry, I know I feel strongly about it. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to hate on no one. I'm just, but I'm providing.
It was more like a Tottenham.
I'm providing
topic
facts. I'm just providing facts. I just don't believe there's a big six anymore. I think it's a big five.
No, my team finished 12th not long ago.
But the thing is as an example, right then, let me say, if Man United stayed in the bottom half of the table for the next 3-4 years, would they still be considered part of the big five?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
History, trophies, fan base. Come on now. Man United are massive.
So when did Man City get in this then?
I would say recently, and I think in probably the last maybe since Pep took over, I would say City have to be in there.
They won the.
They have to be in there. You've won the.
Yeah, now, but that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, I agree with them being in there. But I'm saying, so for example, an 03 Chelsea wouldn't have been considered the top six, no.
No.
The club was formed in 03. So that's what I'm saying. What do you have to do? What do you have to do to get that status? That's what I'm saying.
What did Chelsea do, bro? I'll ask you the question. Look what Chelsea did.
I know.
That's what you have to do. But that's what I'm saying. That's what you have to do. You have to go and be successful.
That ain't done what we've done, though.
That's
the only thing that Tottenham lack is trophies. Will make them a big 60, because historically in the Premier League they're not big. Historically, as a team, I think in the 70s were their glory years and all these other kind of things. Cool. They
60s
do have a decent sized fan base, but internationally they're still developing it.
60s, not 70s. I know this. I know this because my dad is a Tottenham fan. Okay, I know this, and he was my dad. Let me offer you some. I want to offer you some perspective right now. I'm going to offer you some perspective right now. The last time Tottenham won a league title, hear me out. The last time. The last time Tottenham won a league title, me, big 45-year-old man, my dad was 2 years old the last time they won a league title. Not a big club. Not a big club. Sorry. And you want to put them in the big six? Come on.
No, true, man. I get it now. It all makes sense, and we've got it clear. It's
yeah, it does.
If we're gonna go to the next topic, right, which is the Premier League Manager of the season. All right, we know it's not Ange Postecoglou. All right,
because Buckstar said.
All right, because he didn't manage to do what he normally does. Well, actually, it could still could happen. He could still win a trophy because he's in Europa League.
He can. He can.
But he still won't win Prem Manager of the season. So who are your first kind of thoughts as the Prem Manager of the season, or do we still need to wait until the end of the season before we make those decisions?
I think we can have a so far.
Cool. All right. Who do you think? I've got someone. Yeah.
I think personally for myself, I definitely think it's Nuno. I think because of his.
Hey, I ain't seen the goal yet, man.
Oh, he's spoiling it, man. Like sports.
Sorry.
Hey, whoa, I'm behind, I'm behind, bro. Killed it for me.
Bro. That is wild. It just shows who's first.
Let's have a look.
My question is, why am I so far behind?
I'm watching it on TNT Sports, brother.
Yeah.
I can't say what I'm watching it on.
No.
I saw the run. I don't know if it's okay. That was a bad
TNT Sport +1.
+1, yeah.
Man's got it on +1.
He's on.
I'm about to see the goal now. It still ain't gone in on mine.
Yes.
Pause.
Oh no! Okay. He's like a gazelle.
Bad boy.
Oh, stop that! Stop that!
Dinky,
Stop
my
that!
dinky.
Dinky. Yeah, he's on. He's on side.
Stop that! Yes, Mikhail. Look at the Madrid fans' faces. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yes, Mikhail.
The dink.
I forgive him for the penalty now.
Wait, did you see?
See if you did your penalty like that, we would be 1-0 up already.
Wait, did you see how Real Madrid all stood still like Sabutio?
Someone tried to tell me that Rodrigo's better than Saka. Where's Rodrigo been the last 2 games, bro?
Nah, no way.
He got some.
No way, man.
He got some. He did too. Oh my days. It's 1-1.
Oh, hang on. Saka looks offside, you know.
Oh my days. It's 1-1.
Is it 1-1?
Bro, stop telling us, man.
Terrible mistake.
We need to know about 3 minutes later.
Oh my
Get
days.
back in the car, blood. We need to get back in the car. We dropped everything, you know.
Oh,
I'm still seeing the replay of Saka's goal here.
Dinky.
You can't be offside.
that's so bad. That's so bad. How did we concede that? Oh my
Bro, it's too much to do in too little time, I think. Anyway.
I'll be shocked if we lost now.
Kayo Saka was on. But Kayo Saka was on.
Yeah, he was.
Let me fucking give it away just like that. Sorry, apologies to my
Oi.
Right, we're back. Manager of the season.
Yeah.
I can't
believe that. It wasn't even 2 minutes. Oh my days.
Look at his face. I got green for the high school. Jeez.
Oi, Kalima!
What's
Oh,
wrong?
that
Rolls
was bad.
Royce.
That was
Rolls
bad.
Royce. What's he doing, bruv? I hate this guy so much.
Who? Vinicius.
Yeah, he's you know.
Oh look, they've got the fire.
He's going on like
fire. You know what? Do you know what, lads? I'm just being honest. Be careful because they didn't feel like they could win. They didn't feel. I could see it by their body language. But look at what they did.
I'm even questioning Raya passing it to Saliba. He didn't want it there.
Yeah.
No, I don't even know what to say.
Oh man, the season is crazy.
It might as well just stay 0-0, innit?
Yeah.
Giving them that goal gives them belief.
That's
just
what I just said.
0-0 doesn't. Sorry.
They've had a couple of those. Missing the penalty should have given them belief as well.
Who we say? Manager of the season.
I mentioned it earlier. I genuinely think currently, even though he's not top of the league, I genuinely think it's Nuno. He's been able to keep Forest consistent for the whole season. That's not easy. No superstars, none of that.
Okay, I'll give mine.
None.
My vote.
Yeah.
My vote is Howe.
Who?
Not here.
Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
Eddie Howe. Because.
Sorry. Because he won Newcastle's first trophy in however many years. He's making them extremely competitive. They can essentially beat anyone. They're taking them back to the Champions League. Now they're potentially going to be. They're challenging for third. Do you know what I mean? Like where they were before, they're challenging for third. You know, to me,
Good manager.
what he's done with them. Yeah.
Very good manager, yeah.
Does he have so has he done better than Nuno?
Yeah.
He's won.
Yeah. I'd say yes.
With
Just because he's won a cup, hasn't he?
Dude, that might, but Nottingham Forest
but
humiliated last season.
How many manager of the seasons has he won?
I actually don't know.
None.
Does that mean you can't win? Do you think that means you can't win Manager of the Year if you've not won any Manager of the Month awards?
Manager of the Year so far. So yeah, coach can.
Yeah, but you can win loads of player of the month and still probably not win the player of the season. Like the reality is for me personally, what he has done, like obviously Nottingham Forest, in principle, have. I think in principle, Rice, what they've done as a team for Nottingham Forest is amazing because they've done it with a team, and to take away, they have spent money, right? Remember when they had Steve Cooper, they were spending money so much they got PSR. Right? They were spending money frivolously.
Oh, they were spending crazy money,
crazy money. So it's not saying they haven't spent money. So using that as an example, I'm like, well, if we marry up what they both spend, Newcastle are firing. Newcastle are flying on all cylinders, right? I go to Nottingham Forest thinking, you know, it'll be difficult to play. I go to Newcastle thinking they might beat us. That's the difference of how I'm looking at them, personally. But I understand why you would say that.
I think they're both good shouts. I think both of them are good shouts. But I'm still going to say Slot, just because new manager, new league, new players, and he's just surprised everybody because nobody thought he'd do this. Let's be honest.
Nope.
I can't not say Slot.
As much as you know, obviously the Liverpool manager and Liverpool's my team and all of that, but he's kind of ridden on Slot's coattails a little bit. Yeah, he's had to come in and do all of that, but he's also, if someone's come in.
You don't think that's smart? Do you not think that's smart though, to come in and realize I don't need to upset the apple cart here. I've got a good squad. I don't need to buy anyone. And people were cussing when he didn't buy anyone. I don't need to buy anyone. I'm going to work with this group of players and we're going to do something. And I feel Liverpool under him are way more controlled. Klopp was end to end, running players into the ground. I feel with Slot, it's a lot more of a controlled system. So I think he's been smart.
Okay, so could Mikel Arteta have taken that same team and done the same thing?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Hold on, hear me out.
In fact, no. I'm gonna say no. Slot's more experienced.
Exactly. That's what I would say. I would say the thing is Slot, he just finished winning the league somewhere else. He knows what it takes to win. And then he's come into a team and said, you know what, this team knows what it takes to win. I don't have to do too much. Whereas Arteta might have been really focused on a philosophy and a certain way of playing, and it has to be this, and I need him to be Spanish.
He was right for us, Arteta. Arteta was right for us at that time.
He needed to take us towards this place. Whereas Slot was like, a team that can win, I know what to do with them. Boom. And he's done it. He's done it really well.
People doubted him, and I love that. I love the fact that, like you watch punditry and stuff like that, and you watch these podcasts, other podcasts, and they, a lot of the people that were on there, the presenters were saying, and now Liverpool are really going to struggle, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I can honestly say that there was definitely a level of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Is what's his name injured?
Oh, the other thing is, look at how he's handled. Trimmer, look how he's handled the situation with Trent, Salah, and Van Dijk's contracts, and you can throw Alisson in there because earlier in the season, Alisson wasn't signed up. So you got 4 big players for Liverpool, and look how he's handled that, and still you're top. Like for me, he's done so well. Like for a brand new manager,
I rate him. I do rate him. Yeah, I do rate him, and there was a possibility because obviously we did have a few injuries and stuff like that. And he still managed things. Obviously for a long period of time he didn't have Alisson Becker as well. Bringing in
but you've got a very, very good backup. A very, very good backup. Your backup keeper could start for a lot of clubs in the Premier League.
Yeah, no, for sure. But
I could see him starting for most clubs in the league. Kelleher, he's a quality keeper.
Yeah, serious. Yeah, I do like Queef. So Kai, who do you think is the manager? Who do you think?
I think the three standouts are the ones that we said. No, the two standouts, sorry, is Nuno. No, three, yeah. Nuno, Eddie Howe, and no, I agree with JR with the Eddie Howe shout for sure. A lot of what they do has been a process of quite a few years now with Eddie Howe. They come close before they now said, yeah, you know what, it's our time to do it. They've recruited really well, and I feel like every player in that Newcastle team has become better since now. And they get a lot of injuries, and no one really seems to care, but they always do well. You brought them to the Champions League, brought them away.
They actually fell down the pecking order in the league as well. During the league and now,
are we using injuries as an excuse now? Yeah, nice.
No, of course it is, but for them, where they don't have a lot.
Write that down.
But yeah, it's a very big part of it when they're missing some key players. Nick Pope was also injured. Shaw and Botman. And they still
he's been in and out.
Nuno's achievements with Forest is crazy because they were close to getting relegated last season. Now they're third or fourth. They're looking to get Champions League. They just completely
fourth. Newcastle took them over.
Yeah, to just now. Yeah, just now with their win today.
So 4 points behind us.
So it's mad. It's crazy. You know what it is? You just gotta put trust in your players and stuff, and it seems like an easy thing to do, but it's really not. To get consistent results in the league, it's really not easy to do. And it doesn't matter where, if you were nearly in a relegation fight, whether you won the league last season, whether you're always in the top four, whether you're the big six or what. When you get consistent results and you find a winning formula, you should be praised for it. So
I also think that Unai Emery is a good shot as well.
Yeah, another good shout. I don't think he'll get it though, just because I feel like Eddie Howe's probably done a bit more, and Nuno has improved Forest so much that I feel they probably edge it over Unai Emery. Although Unai Emery, isn't he on a 28-game home unbeaten run or something? It's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's wild. Yeah, he's strong. But yeah, guys, I genuinely think Arsenal have definitely got. I think they qualified. I think Arteta smashed it. Well done. Can't lie. Look, everyone, real. They look like they want to cut. Imagine being in Spain and wanting to dust from the Bernabeu. Look at the faces. Oh man, Sabutio face.
Actually, no.
What? Oh, if anybody was in the box, that's wild. Okay, did everybody give them?
Yeah.
Did everybody say who was the manager? Yeah, manager of the team.
Yeah. We can move on.
Okay, 1 second. Left my wallet in. Okay, here we go.
Boy. Cool. All right. So the new FIFA World Cup format. So now
Yeah.
this new format will include 16 more teams, right? Now, I don't know if I'm more excited about that personally,
Well,
because I don't know if there's 16 more teams I would want in there. But there's 16 more teams, and it means that there will be 104 matches, 40 more than the last World Cup. What, and an additional knockout round. What does everyone think about? What does everyone think about the new edition? Do you think it makes sense? Do you think it's going to be more exciting, or do you think it's just another way to kind of make money by FIFA?
I was gonna say that it was more of a financial, or like a cash cow kind of thing. So, adding more teams to it and everything, and trying to, have their say on things. I think it was maybe like a little ego boost or something. But I'm looking for, like with the new Champions League format that happened and everything. I'm quite open-minded to it. I'm looking forward to seeing. Okay, you made the changes. Clearly, you must have an idea of how it's going to pan out, because for you guys just to do it for the Lord have mercy, great. Yeah. So, I'd like for it to have as much impact as it did for the Champions League new format. Sorry, bro, what happened in Europe and that. So yeah, I can't lie, and I thoroughly enjoyed what's happened in the European matches. So if that's the case, then I'm all for it. But just don't know whether it's just a financial thing or not.
Do we know where the extra nations are coming from? Do we know where? Do we know where the extra nations are coming from or not?
Ray, would you know? Do you have an idea, my brother?
What's that?
Do we know where the extra nations are coming from? Because I've always thought there's not enough African teams in the World Cup. I've always thought that. So if it means there's more and other areas of the world get more teams, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I think it'll be an extra four from four different continents.
Yeah. I like it because Europe dominated. There's way too many teams from Europe in it for me.
That is dope. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. So for me, I'm like, okay, cool, I get it.
Lorenzo said no bell because it's extra.
Is that the bell?
Yeah.
Is that all right? Cool. All right.
Well, but I'm not saying that. I'm looking in the comments.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, sorry, I thought you said that was the bell, like.
No, not to call up time or anything. But I was looking in the comments, okay. And there's a gentleman called Lorenzo Nelson that was messaging.
Yeah, big up to Lorenzo Nelson.
Yeah, he's dearly missed.
And more games to bet on. Yeah, I think there's obviously a bit of both. Like, I think like they work out. It doesn't make sense to exclude teams. It doesn't make sense to exclude teams if you don't have to. Like, the reality is if you've got enough time to have more matches, then cool. What I would say though is going forward, I think where the challenge might be as well is clubs will think, well, our players are playing more football, right? And if our players are playing more football, they have less time before they come back because they're doing 40 games instead of 36 or whatever it was, right? So I think that there's a catch-22. There's an element of saying, brilliant, more people get to be included, but you've gone from 32 teams to 48. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but it's a World Cup, and I feel like, but adding that, even though there's going to be certain games that maybe the average football fan won't want to watch because there's maybe smaller nations or whatever, but for those nations, it's everything. You know what I mean? So I love it. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's another way. It's another way that they're just introducing this Super League thing. I'm telling you, because They've just put, but really and truly just gone, oh yeah, all the last Champions League winners, yeah, you lot all get another chance to win another trophy. Because Chelsea won the Champions League in 2021, and we're in that competition. So it's like we're getting props of something we did 3 years ago. Like we didn't finish 12th 2 years ago.
I thought maybe they need to
You
just
know,
look at how people qualify then. Maybe that's something they can do, in the
I think
next one or the
it's
one
the first
after.
edition, though. It's the first edition, so how else would they qualify?
yeah,
How
it's
else?
down to
So,
yeah,
okay,
but
if
If they
league
can't,
position, simple league position.
yeah,
Why
I
not?
think they're not. Well, I think if it's aimed at people who,
You want to see the best teams in it?
yeah, I mean, yeah, but like as an example, it might mean that in one league a random team done well this season, and now they're in a competition that's worth 100 million. Do you know what I mean? Like, which might be something that will give extra boost and extra competition, but the best teams are the ones that typically have won it. Even
I don't know. It's like saying it's like saying for the Champions League you qualify because you've done well in it for the last 5 years. No, you qualify because you finished first, second, third, fourth, and now fifth.
In that same breath, the coefficiency ratings is about doing well in the Champions League. None of us have to win the Champions League, but we've got the 5th place.
Mm.
So
I don't know.
I've
always been
excluded my own team. Like my team don't qualify.
okay. Let me throw it to you like this then, because we're looking at the top end. Now let's look at the bottom end of these clubs, and you're getting teams from maybe in the bottom 3 leagues in the world, and you're not even getting their top sides in it. Come on, it don't make sense. You want the top sides in it. You want to watch the best sides and the best players.
Yeah, I suppose Celtics won the Champions League, so they will be in it, right?
I'm not sure if they're in it actually.
No?
I was looking at it earlier, but I can't remember.
Interesting.
yeah.
I mean,
But
the reality
it's
is
a lot of games.
You don't want
It
your
is.
club in it. That's what I'm sensing.
Who? Me? Are you
Yeah.
crazy? This is another opportunity to say champions of the world. Am I turning it down? Hell no.
The thing is there isn't a prestige associated with that cup yet. It's a made-up cup you just made up last year. So it's like if
That will
someone wins it,
happen. That will happen with time. That will happen with time, innit?
Yeah. I'm saying
With
at the
time,
moment, that's
yeah.
people really do it for money. But it's not like I don't care. Like I don't care if we win it or not. But why should I commit my team? And why would my team be motivated playing it other than for money? When really they just need to rest. They just want to rest. They want to go away, have two drinks. They have drinks all season. Maybe Christmas. They want to go and get lit, and just relax for a bit before they go back to pre-season.
Mm.
They
Madrid
must
are in
be
it.
taking
Madrid
it
are in it,
mad
and
serious. 'Cause
I'm just going to point this out. Not that I'm bothered, but I am really. Madrid will be in it, and if they don't score before full time, that's 4 games against Arsenal, and they've never beat us. Just saying. Just throwing that one out there.
Can you guys see the comment?
yeah.
It's every 4 years, so they've done it in a way so that all the champions, it's down to the teams that won it to maintain their level. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you for that.
Yeah, they're going by the way they rank their teams. That's how they're doing it, because they rank you in UEFA and FIFA over a period of years and how well you've done over those years. So they're kind of going by a similar format for the Club World Cup. But hold on, no, I'm going to say something now. How are Inter Miami in it? So I'm just going to ask that question. So we're talking about, we like the way people are qualifying for it. How are Inter Miami in it? How is that possible? The team that won are not in it. The team that have done better are not in it, and they've just been plucked out and put in it. It's messy. So for me, credibility for the way they put teams in it is already down the toilet.
Isn't it? It's in the US, right?
Yeah, and it's in the U. It doesn't matter.
No,
Doesn't
no,
matter.
because you
You've got
see how no. The reason why I say that is because like with the World Cup, if you're hosting it, you get your team qualifies
so
automatically.
then put your best team in it.
Imagine they're just like just throw a little Lionel Messi in there, little Luis Suarez and that.
Yeah, that's the money side of it for them. That's the money side of it right there. You know what I mean?
But it will be interesting because I want to know wow, I know they're gonna take it serious, but how serious these teams are gonna take it? Because, like we said, that's a lot of games, and you might like be thinking to this season, cool, that it might be all right. But going into next season, when new teams are trying to make their prem pushes, their La Liga, or whatever it is, again, and are getting injured because they played about 1 million games this season. So are they gonna like rotate and like, for example, Chelsea, we got about 5,000 players on loan. So can we not just and say, yeah, you know what? There's a competition for you lot to play in. That's what I'm saying. They could do that. How serious
You
are they
could,
gonna
you
take
could
it?
do that. Absolutely. And you know what?
And they're
No one
closing the
could even
transfer
say
window.
anything. No one could even say anything because they're your players. If they're your players, you should be able to play who you want. So I don't think people could even get at Chelsea for doing that.
Yeah. I just think that in general is weird because if they close the transfer window, then you can tell they're like, oh, cool. Don't want players just going, oh, you know what? Actually, I'm just gonna quickly loan myself to Inter Miami. I can go play in the Turbo Cup.
Lorenzo said all teams get 30 mil just for turning up.
Oh wow.
That's
for
huge
turning
money
up.
for some of those teams.
Bro, I will bring it.
But that's basically a mini Super League. All right, it's a day tournament Super League.
Oh!
That's what they've done.
Oh, save!
They're
Damn.
trying to find multiple ways of. Remember when the Super League first came out, and obviously all the fans went
That's
on
the one.
protest and
That's
said,
the one. 1v1. 1v1. Charlie! Come on! Are you mad?
Sick.
Yes! Talk to me nicely!
And I don't know why he's celebrating because I'm still behind.
Talk to me nicely, my guy!
3-0 score.
Don't say nothing. I don't know what's going on, bro.
Oh my dude.
Look at that!
Watch. Outpace.
Talk to me nicely.
I'll find out in about 2 minutes.
Very, very good.
Who's that? What, Declan Rice? Or is that Marino? Again, Marino assist.
Nah.
Assist. Bad boy. Marino. Bad boy.
Oh, Martin.
What a finish. They called you a donkey. They called you a fake Brazilian. Where's Rodrigo now?
He outpaced the defender.
Come on. No, keep the lid on. Keep the lid on. The rice is cooking. Yes, what you want? Jollof rice? Rice and peas? I love it. I love it. Come on.
Yes.
Come on, to be nice. Come on, paella? Let's get some paella. Come on.
Hey,
we're in Madrid.
Playing Madrid ain't for everyone, man.
Look. Champions League. You lot are going to win the Champions League. Lads.
Take that.
Who are ya? I'm saying it now. Arsenal are going to win the chat. This is going to be your first Champions League ever.
Bro, he got ducks. Oh my days.
Can I just say that playing with Marino up
Man's
front
been running the whole 90
benefits
minutes
us.
as well, bro.
It benefits us in Europe because the game is different in Europe. And it's like having an extra midfielder who's, I'm telling you.
Next season.
Oh, this is crazy, bro.
Real Madrid will go for Rice.
Madrid are shell shocked. You look at their faces, man.
Good luck, Trent. I hope you have
That man didn't turn up.
Hey, I'm having a drink. I'm having some drink.
Oh my God.
Don't drink,
My
kids.
days.
You say that?
Oh my days. What am I reading on my
I
screen?
want to see Arsenal do a Madrid style
5-1 on
celebration.
aggregate, you know.
I
5-1
wanna
on
see it.
aggregate. Can you not hear that?
That's aw-
Are you mad?
That's awful.
Game
That's
done.
awful.
Game done. That's it.
Yeah.
Feliz
Is it done?
Navidad. Da, 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 da. Feliz Navidad. Da, 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 da. Feliz Navidad. Da, 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 da. Feliz Navidad.
You find out next who you got. You'll find out at the end of
Hey, listen. I'm gonna be watching all these goals on repeat. Just know that. I'm gonna be watching the goals on repeat. Right? Where's the Ancelotti eyebrow now?
What is that word they said's been going around the Madrid training ground? Where is it now?
Wow, they got
90.
smoked.
90.
Do you know what, guys? I have to give you your
90.
You ain't got no strikers and still scored goals. Look at that.
Well, I'm telling you, because playing with a midfielder up front has benefited us in Europe. Just because the game is just so different. It's not like the Premier League.
Finish.
Well, I think Ancelotti knows he ain't
like
going to be manager
Marino.
next season.
2 assists. 2 assists.
Do you not
Ancelotti's
reckon,
going Brazil now.
Do you reckon
mad?
Ancelotti's done for next season now? I don't think he's going to be there next season. Not after this.
He's done. He's going Brazil. He's going Brazil.
He's going Brazil.
He's going Brazil, fam.
There's no points then.
Oh,
don't worry, Jude. You can come and play for us next season, man.
Oh,
I'm seeing people. I'm seeing people in the fans crying.
You know who played bad for us? You know who was a bad boy for us? Kiwior. Kiwior was a bad boy for us.
Kiwior. A lot of people were saying that Kiwior's gonna die. He's gonna get nyam.
I said that. I'll be the first to admit it, man.
That's why I said it.
No, what did you say? As he had a run of games.
I realized that Kiwior. But but you know, most of the time we see Kiwior and we don't like him is when he's at left back. When he's at centre back, he's all right. It's when he's at left back, we're like, what the hell is going on here? He doesn't know. I want him to stay now. He's not a smart overall player.
I want him to stay now.
He's not a smart.
Yeah.
So you're not going to send him to Tottenham?
We don't do business with them, mate.
Why would you do such a thing?
We don't do business with them.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, I'll take Kuliklevski though. If they're selling him, I'll take him.
I wouldn't take him. Nah, man. Nah.
I know who
I think he's a player.
He's a player, but he's not a great player. He's not someone who's going to improve us. No way.
I know who my winners and losers are. Cairo, who's your winners and losers?
It's better than Marquinhos.
I'll tell you that there's only one player I'd take from Tottenham right now, and that's Bergvall. He's the only one. I don't want no one else. Bergvall's quality.
Nah, he's good. But he's still got to sit on the bench. Got to chill.
Yeah.
Chill. Relax.
I don't think he's working.
Got to chill. Hey, listen. I'm feeling kind of cool right now. Still. I'm kind of cool right now. You get me? What are you saying, though? Everyone blessed.
Great. I feel great.
Everyone blessed.
I feel great.
Everyone
I feel
blessed.
great, bro. I might join you.
It.
I feel great, bro. How you feeling?
Yeah, everything cool, yeah? Yeah.
Oh, these ones don't feel right. These ones don't feel right, man.
He got the outro, man.
These ones feel right.
He just wants to get off. He wants to get off now. Man, don't like Arsenal happiness. Man, don't like Arsenal happiness. All right, the winners of the week for me are Arsenal. Arsenal are the winners of the week for me. They're the winners of the week for me.
I'm with it. I'm happy.
Losers of the week. Real Madrid are the losers of the week for me. They're the losers
Okay,
because they
Kyra.
talk a lot of smoke.
Kyra, who's your winners and losers?
Gareth, why are you so upset? You thought you could have a successful hate watch. You thought you could have a successful hate watch.
That's what they thought last game as well. They thought that, man. Everyone thought that it was going to be a good hate watch.
Love that. Listen, Chelsea are going to win the Europa Conference League, so that's something that you can enjoy. You're going to win
Winners
that.
and losers.
It's impossible for you to do that. All the teams are dead. You will win that.
You can't
Winners
not
and
win that.
losers,
Easily.
Kyra.
Like, you know that, don't you? You can't not win the Europa Conference League. It's not possible.
Yeah, but you both have to. You have to win. You have to win. Arsenal need to win the Champions League.
We do.
And I'm putting it out there as we speak with my sunglasses on. And Chelsea, I would like either Chelsea or Man United. I don't care. As long as
Chelsea should win. There's nobody else that's decent.
Declan Rice player of the match again.
Man, like the rice is cooking. The rice is cooking. Man made paella on their pitch, you know. Magic. Yeah. Love that. Lewis Kelly was played bad as well, bro. Mad that. First season.
Everyone
You're doing
was
your
on
thing.
job, bro. Everyone was on job. Every
On
one
job.
of them.
Well, we got a problem next. We got a problem next though, because Partey is going to be suspended for that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it's going to be
Someone's gonna have to step up, man.
First
It's
leg.
only one game he's suspended for, though.
Yeah.
So he can play.
Yeah,
Who's got the home leg first?
I think they do.
I hope so, because we had the home leg first this time. I want the second leg at the Emirates.
Yeah, exactly. Mad.
Nah, we got the home leg first. I'm just looking at it now. So we're playing at home first again.
You lot finished higher in the league
Home
phase.
first.
So I think
Gents, did everybody give their winners and losers? Sorry, I had technical.
No. I've done mine.
Okay.
Who else is doing this?
Winners and losers. The winners are Arsenal. The losers, yeah, you guessed it, are Tottenham Hotspur. I hope they finish 17th. And I hope Ange is offered a 5-year deal. That's it. It's just who they are, mate.
Just who we are, mate. Just who we are. Just getting on with it.
I think I
Get
have
on
to
with it.
give Arsenal
Get on with
their 1,000%. So they're my winners. And oh well, sorry, Real Madrid, you got mugged off, absolutely wiped, clean, sweat, pause, all of that stuff. So yeah, big up to you lot, man. Come on, that's it. So, but yeah, all right, cool. Let's wrap it up, gents. What we saying? Kai, what you got to say, brother?
Blessings, everyone.
you got nothing to say.
By the way, I just want to point out, is it Lorenzo Nelson saying Arsenal are the winners and Real Madrid are the losers, by the way. So yeah, agrees with you, JL.
So you can read the comments now. Oh, well done.
Yeah,
Wow.
I can see the comments now.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
That guy's making sense. That guy's making sense.
Yeah, that guy knows what he's talking about, innit?
Yes.
And all right, so let's say on the pod,
He
yeah,
knows.
are Arsenal going to win the Champions League this season? Say it with your chest.
Oh, I hate these questions.
Yes or no?
I hate these questions.
Yes. Yes.
You said it. Wait, so,
Wow.
so Jay,
I have to believe.
Yeah?
I have to believe.
You have to believe. I love it. Okay. And Buckstar, what are you saying? Are you gonna win it?
Oh, my heart's saying yes. My head is saying maybe.
Normally,
My
you're
heart's
quite a
saying
factual
yes.
guy,
My
don't
head's
you?
saying maybe. Listen, there's some good sides still
Boy,
in it,
you
man.
got to pause. When you start Yeah, come on now, bro. Wow.
I don't care what people think. I don't give a damn what people think, bro. That's my answer.
Yeah, your heart.
That's my answer,
your heart
man.
and your
Like
brain,
it or not, man.
Yeah, your heart and your brain. I hear you. Right, cool. Kai, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Come on, man. Huh? Do you think they can win
I think that there's a lot going on right now.
Ring the bell,
hurting
ring the
right
bell.
now?
I'm done with what's going on, man. It's taking too long.
Yeah.
Man, taking too long about a lot going on, man. Just say it. Just say it. Come on, man.
Yeah, say what
Just
you
say
think.
it.
There's a lot going on, man. No, you men are unbearable, fam. You men are unbearable. This is mad, bro. This is
I'm not having
crazy.
that from
This is
I'm not having that
crazy.
from
A
any
man
Chelsea
said,
fan.
a man
When
said, yeah,
your
a man
sugar
said,
daddy was there, you lot were
God,
unbearable. Yeah,
oh,
let's not forget
you
that.
lot
What was it?
you
Chelsea
man
fans
forgot.
that used to wave
What
money in
was
the
the result
stand.
on the weekend, you know? Man, get Arsenal the winners, yeah, for 30 seconds. What was the result on the weekend, fam? You didn't even win, bro. What is going on?
And yet you're still looking up the table to us.
Wait, did you win?
Going on,
Did you
fam?
win?
Oh my days! I don't understand. You and then you have the cheek, yeah. You have all this confidence, yeah, to beat Madrid. And ask the question, can Arsenal win it? And you ain't even got a definitive answer. That's your team, man. That's your
It's got Hulk Hogan for you.
What's
Hold
going on? What is going on?
Yeah.
Don't make no sense, man.
Before we cut,
Sunglasses inside and that.
No.
Inside.
That's not going unanswered. That's not going unanswered. First
Nah,
of all,
come on, bro.
I'm not giving the answer that you want me to give for your benefit.
No.
You ask me a question, I give you an answer. You like the answer or you don't. Man's still sleeping well
It was
tonight.
a yes or no question. It was a yes or no.
I'm not
said your heart
stupid
and your
I'm
head,
not
then, man.
naive. I've been
JR,
watching football long enough to know that nothing is certain. That's it. Man's acting like Arsenal have been winning the Champions League every year.
So,
No,
I
we've never
believe
won
that
it. And you
Arsenal
want
are
me
gonna
to
win
be
the
like,
Champions
yeah,
League.
we're going to win it.
Exactly.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
This is what I'm saying, fam. Erling Haaland, man.
Finish
You hit
top
the nail
four.
on the head.
Do you believe
stay
Chelsea are going
humble,
to finish top four?
humble.
What happened to Haaland after he said that? Be careful. What happened to Haaland after he said
Chelsea
stay
are gonna
humble?
finish top
Yeah,
four,
You
watch
better
this
go
space,
win it.
bro.
You better go win this
Haaland was
competition.
silent after
Your
that.
honor. Your honor.
You better
May I
go
have
win.
the floor?
now,
May I
bro.
have the floor? Your honor.
Yeah, you may have the floor.
Will Chelsea finish top four?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You better win this competition because all the rubbish out.
That weren't the question. That weren't the question.
Oh
That
my
wasn't the question.
God.
The question was, will you finish top four? Stop sidestepping
No,
questions.
that weren't
man.
the question. No, it weren't the question.
What was the
What
question,
was the
JR?
question?
Sorry, do you want to repeat the question?
The
Can
question.
we repeat the question,
To win the
JR?
Champions League.
Well,
That was the
JR,
question.
what was your question to Cairo right now? What was your question?
what will you finish top four?
No, we won't. No, we won't. I don't even think we're gonna finish top five.
Someone asked me a question.
I don't even think we're gonna finish top five. I know what's going on, bro.
Witty. Can anybody
So why
ask
are
me
you not
something?
backing your team, bro?
Because I know.
Why are you not backing your team?
You're on the high.
You
You're
should be
on the
backing
top
your
of the
team. Don't
mountain.
be a hypocrite,
You're on
man.
the top of the mountain. You're on the top of the mountain, and you still got doubt. You still got doubt.
It's the league. It's the Premier
So
League.
you've got bigger
There's
fish to
plenty
fry.
of
You've
games
got
to
other
go.
teams.
You got plenty of games to go. So is it mathematically impossible? No.
You
So
need to
why are
worry
you not
about
backing your team?
other than what's going to go on with us. You know what I mean? I think.
Yeah, but do you know what it is? Do you know what the difference is? I think.
There's
what
no
the
difference. The difference is I gave reason for what I said.
I was just about to
That's the difference.
You said
Sorry,
there's no difference. Is there a difference
I'm going
or
off on
not?
one.
Yeah, no, it don't make sense. The difference is that he gave a definitive answer and you didn't.
But I gave reasons and he didn't. You can't
Why?
say to me
If my answer is definitive,
you can't say
why
to
do I
me,
need to give reason?
hold on, hear me out.
My
You
answer
can't
was
say to
definitive.
me, why aren't you backing your team?
Yeah.
And then not back your team. You can't do that, bro. Like, you can't do that. Come on now.
My answer was definitive.
No, my answer was definitive.
Yes
You
or
just
no?
didn't
No,
like
it wasn't. No, it
Yes,
wasn't.
it was. Yes, it was.
You said
man.
your head is in one place and your heart is. That's not definitive.
And my heart says I don't know. Sorry, my head says I don't know because there are good teams left
How
in
is
it.
I don't know definitive? How is I don't know definitive?
Yeah.
Say again.
I disagree with it.
How is I don't know definitive?
But
My
what I
heart.
would like,
Listen, that's my
what I
answer. If
would
you
like-
like it, you
Jen,
might not like it, but that's it. That's what it is.
someone to ask me a question about my team. Oh, God. No, not ask me nothing.
All right, I'm asking you a question. When are Liverpool going to win the title? When are Liverpool winning the title? When is it going to happen? Who are you going to win it against?
Oh,
well, they need 6. They need 6 points.
I think we need. Yeah, we only need 2 games. Next 2 games.
Next 2 games, yeah.
Next 2 games. So it's 6. See, but I think we win it. We win the next 2 games and we win it. That's what I think. So it's pretty simple, really. Thank you, gents. Don't know where JR is. Probably technicals as usual. But
Dark.
I wanted
He's
to
got
say big up.
Huh?
I wanted to shout out Full Time Sports Network for sponsoring us. I wanted to shout out to Cairo, shout out to Buckstar, shout out to Tiny, shout out to Lorenzo, shout out the host with the most, JR, and obviously I got to big up myself as well because you know what I mean, it's hard being trans. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bless up everyone, and I hope you have a good week. Well done again, lads. And yeah, man, just wanna get to this bum clock. And we are.
Yeah, take it easy, you man.
Hold on a minute. Wait. I'm just waiting for the.
We're still live.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get to the outro. Get to it.
Are these like the outtakes of the shows?
We might have to sing it. We might have to sing it again.
Yeah, Cairo sing that shit, bro.
Hey man, that's something for a waste, man. That's a big
Hey,
tune,
man.
bro. Tell it.
They know
Great,
all of
man.
it. Blessings, man. Peace out, everyone. Have a
Peace,
good
man.
one.
Take it easy, man.
Peace. One.
It's gonna be like a 24-hour pod.
It hasn't finished. The stream hasn't finished.
Nah.
I'm trying to end it. Wow.
Oh my god. What's going on?